Is what it is. I decided the last minute to start it. Here we go. Go on defense, stop them so I can get out there. I want to play offense. Ooh, nice. Chargers versus the Rams. I know I restarted this series so many times over. This time I'm going to finish it.
DeAndre Carter back deep. Fielded at about the 28.
All right.
Scored on a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Los Angeles taking the field led by Justin Herbert, third-year man out of Oregon whose career is off to an incredibly productive start.
It feels like hyperbole, but it's actually reality.
I'm going to start this.
We've seen Justin Herbert do things before in the NFL.
Wait, it needs to be started. Ground and pound, baby. Let's go, Eckler. Hope you all are having a Merry Christmas.
Here's a six-year man, Austin Eckler. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
Come on, come on.
The hole closes quickly there.
Damn.
He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now third down there, but he cannot connect.
That was their first third down try of the game. And
that was a 3 and out.
Execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line.
Let the defense play a little
so the
bit.
Rams coming back onto the field, their second
I've got to
drive
get
of the
on
game.
my YouTube and watch
And
it,
the
see
first
who's
drive,
on.
3 and out.
And
I
welcome.
know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine
I'm not the
sometimes
best
you
player,
get the nerves at the beginning of a game.
But
still,
I'm not here
Those
to just
don't
have
ever
fun,
go away.
relax.
And typically, what
So
I've
impressive
heard from
with what
guys, and
the
what I
Chargers
remember
done in
from
real
playing,
life right now.
if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to
I will be on my
so
own
finding a way
YouTube
to
channel
harness
here.
those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Stafford on first down. Escaping, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Have a Merry Christmas, everybody.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Out of the gun, Stafford. This is caught by Robinson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
That's out to the flat for Akers. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards.
My turn.
First down. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be fourth down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any
All right.
team we cover always talks about
Get
a
my
fast
Herbert
start,
going.
but it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say
Herbert
so.
is one of my favorite quarterbacks
Just
in
what
the
they're going
NFL
through,
right
they're
now,
seeing different defenses.
other than
They're
Marcus
gonna have to figure it
Mariota.
out as this game moves
I
on.
know he's going to be benched tomorrow against
Herbert setting up to throw
what's
on
going
first
on.
down.
It
That's
sucks.
caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett.
But
That'll
injuries
go for a
plague
gain
you.
of 7, and it'll be second down. Here's
And that's
Herbert.
sad.
That's taken in by the tight
First
end,
down.
Kitty.
Got
First time
something
that they
going.
called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets him a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Once more, here's Eckler.
Ooh.
He is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for
First down.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
Running on first down, Eckler. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go.
I've got my running game solid right now. The way I run it go, but we'll see if they can stop me or not. Rams are good.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll go down
that
right
first
around
down.
47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Up the middle with Eckler. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And just 1 yard.
I just couldn't get anywhere.
To the 50.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
And yes, I am playing against a computer.
For the angles that he takes to the ball, took a great angle right there.
Because I am not the best at this game.
He's got his tight end.
Hell, I'm playing at a pro level.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 29-yard line. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of formation and set him on a crossing route. And this works really well where you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Nice blocking.
Way down to the 16-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. We also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off. When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical.
I can go anywhere. Damn it.
Leveraged them and won the battle.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened.
Shotgun, but this will work.
Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen, an 18-yard touchdown. And the Chargers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. On this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Like my backup running back.
Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's see what they do. But I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And yeah, in a second a little bit.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Stafford. Open man right side is Cup, complete. So the completion good for 6 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Stafford to his number 1 guy, Cup, for Los Angeles first.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Play action. Here's Stafford. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So the pass goes out of bounds, but he was not outside of the tackle box when he threw that. He's got to be careful.
You and I both know if it's even close, they're going to give it to the quarterback. They don't want to throw that flag unnecessarily. So if you're just in the area, you're going to be okay.
Throwing again at Stafford. He'll dump this off to Akers. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Back to throw, Stafford. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 45-yard line. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
If I play defense, I'll beat you every time.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. first throw for the backup quarterback. He'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That one unable to develop. Never got going. A loss of a couple. And it's second down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come to second and 12.
Yes, I'm not.
Wolford to air it out again. And this one too low.
When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength, and he showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate, was he? No. Listen, you like mobility, but accuracy, first and foremost, is what a quarterback needs. He didn't possess it on that play.
Throwing is Wolford on third down. He'll try. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner. Great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
They'll run here with Henderson. And they showed a little athletic juke, but then the daylight quickly closed. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal.
As long as you've been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on first and goal.
Once more with Henderson. Trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Still for no gain at the 2-yard line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This offense so far on third down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Henderson will score. Touchdown, L.A.
How?
And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
That's all right.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you
That's fine.
run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
We just have to come back and score again.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. L.A. readies for its next possession. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
Right back to Spiller on second down. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st and 10 is Spiller. And he's going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
They'll try the air now with Daniel. That's caught. It's DeAndre Carter. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 17 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
He can only get a yard after all that. It's second down. Now, Charles, a look now at their class from this past draft, and certainly for them it began in the trenches. They brought in a guy who was a favorite prospect of many teams, and certainly they're hoping that he's going to have a big impact right away.
And going with a lineman isn't always the most exciting pick for a fan base, but we also know that this is the type of pick that solidifies that position and lets the team worry about patching holes in other areas and getting exciting with other players.
Daniel on third down. Drops it underneath to Spiller. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
May not be pretty, but it gets it done.
Here's Daniel. This caught left side by the tight end Parham. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Once again, Daniel finding Carter on the... Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Rams have got it back.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without it.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. The offense coming back out here, plenty of energy, ready to roll. Looking to just...
After review of the
So
play,
that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They run behind center with Spiller, and he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Right back to Spiller on 2nd down. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. 9 yards that time.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people.
And he's in.
What was that?
Touchdown. Isaiah Spiller. A 6-yard touchdown run.
It's a touchdown.
The Chargers have taken the lead.
Not the way I was hoping for.
And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it was Isaiah Spiller capping things off with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Wolford. This one finding
And this is why I don't play defense.
20, 10. Touchdown, LA. Brandon Powell, 71 yards. And the Rams are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 14. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Chargers offense back onto the field. And right now we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Daniel throwing again. And he slings one that's incomplete. Trey McKinney, the tight end, his intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Daniel looking left side, and he's got a man. That's more. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Open man, Parham. He's got him. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 34-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And Daniel fakes the handoff. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 15-yard line. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. From the red zone now, Daniel. And
Oh!
Turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. Off play action, Daniel. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To the air again, Daniel.
What the hell?
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
I had to go for 3.
Hopkins' kick is good. And they take a 17-14.
I should have ran it down.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Well, looking back to that first quarter, they struggled, but now here in quarter two, they seem to have some rhythm.
And it really shouldn't be a surprise to us, because when we were in the production meetings, we asked a few of the players about, hey, what if things get a little rocky early? They all said the exact same thing. We're prepared, so we're confident things will work out, and so far, they've started to do so.
Those three words we hear a lot: stay the course. Throwing on first down, here's Wolford. And the Chargers rush is going to get...
Finally!
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Wolford going to throw. And this all incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
And this drive was almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Up the middle, here's Henderson. And he's got some space here. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. Fourth down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on fourth down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down. Really put them behind the 8-ball.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
I dropped my remote, so yeah, that was my mistake.
Riley Dixon now to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 30. 35 yards that time on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Chargers going to take over here one more time before the half. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room.
I will be right back. I'm going to wait and see if...
So we reach halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we send you to
It's preseason games. I don't care if I'm in or lose. I just want to...
Halftime report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. Remember.
Boy, rough crowd. No football for 6 months already. We're skipping halftime. All right, let's get right back to the action. We're set for quarter three. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback.
I'm going to try and get my run game going.
Third quarter starts with a run from Spiller. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, doesn't it? Just go right at it and let you... Not too fast.
to Spiller here on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On second down, Spiller looking for space. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards the pick.
5 yards to carry.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
This is basically taken away from their offense. The more the time run down, the better it is for me.
They keep it on the ground with Spiller. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into
I'll
territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he will have first down.
First down.
He's brought down at the 41. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that
I'll
call.
tell you right
both
now,
of us would have said,
I more than likely wouldn't have gone for it. I would have done it.
Straight ahead, it's Spiller. It's a 6-yard
Good run.
pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
I know it's bit by bit, but you know what?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
And guess what? I'm winning with my game plan, even though I fucked up with my defense.
Now the former UCLA Bruin, this is Joshua Kelly. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Spiller. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
There we go.
Down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
So to me, that's a really important pickup there.
Take that victory.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Spiller, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Again, they run it with Spiller. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, it's Spiller. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 87 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Out of the gun, a give to Spiller. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They run up the gut with Kelly. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. On the handoff, Spiller. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers.
That's right.
Isaiah Spiller, ready for the regular season with his
We
2nd
just
touchdown
took
of the game. And the
all
Chargers
quarter long
take the opening
just
kick
to
off the
focus
third
and
quarter
get
and
down.
drive right down the field to extend their lead. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
10 minutes, 25 seconds.
And it was Isaiah.
That's what you need to do. Take their offense out of it. That's my whole game plan. If your offense ain't out there, you cannot score, baby.
Touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it
Whoop,
away.
whoop.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because they don't get some kind of points here. The next drive, that could make this a full possession game.
They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see him shaking the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts, because he definitely needs some assistance.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Henderson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No game day time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight.
Damn.
Taken from just outside the 30.
Well, that didn't work.
37 yards there on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. This
All
offense
right.
and Isaiah Spiller head back out. He is
Yards per
knocking on
carry
the
is
door for
4.5
100
yards.
yards in this ball
I'm
game.
okay with that.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals. Just something magical about breaking that barrier.
He's right there on the doorstep now. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Right back to Spiller on second down. And space tough to come by there. So get maybe a yard to the
That'll
37.
kill his rushing average.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the gun, a run by Spiller. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Yeah, I'm taking a big risk.
Here we go on fourth. Daniel. That one caught by Carter. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as this defense, boy, a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on fourth down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
This is Spiller. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Right back to Spiller on second down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
They stiffened up this time.
And now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Three quarters in the books. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the fourth quarter. First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Here's Daniel. That's taken in by the tight end, McKinney. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 19. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
On 1st and 10 is Spiller. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 115 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll give to Spiller. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Isaiah Spiller punching it in for the
up. Boom, hold up. Boom, boom, hold up. Boom, boom, hold up. Woo!
Now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the fourth quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Rams offense getting the football back. And certainly this not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this fourth quarter. first down. Wolford. Open his pass, complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pick up of 7 past the 30 to the 32. You got the big league defensively, willing to give you underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackle. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Wolford. Open lead is complete. And he will lose yardage here at the 41-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. Got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
Let's freaking go.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Wolford. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Rams first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Wolford looking to throw it. Throws left side. Atwell's got it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wolford right back to Atwell. That's complete. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And have a Merry Christmas.
Wolford to air it out again. And he will find Atwell. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, you can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3-and-out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the first down.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Wolford. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a problem.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Drop for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot in this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Wolford now to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passing we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, Recently, I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Wolford to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
Let's see how they respond now. 133 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. Right back to Spiller on 2nd down. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Again on the ground, again it's Spiller. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. They run behind center with Spiller. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They'll run here with Spiller. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Here's Spiller. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. He hit his first, this one from 38. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The LA offense ready for this next possession. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Wolford now on 1st down. That'll be swung out wide here for Henderson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wolford. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Always laugh
I've got at least
toughest route to defend. Especially if it's a big receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Throwing again, Wolford.
And her husband's work.
That's taken in by Henderson. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Protesters.
7 yards there and a first down.
They probably had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Turning Point USA has condemned the group of neo-Nazis and said they have
On
nothing
first
to
and
do
10,
with the
here's
organization.
Wolford. They'll get this one complete to Akron. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Demonstrators were gathered outside the event and that they were not invited. We apologize for anything we said that may have been unclear on these points. My bad.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Wolford. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Hopkins. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 13-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
With this, she's pulling out the bigger, maybe more like the...
Henderson now, first and 10. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Wolford in the air. And the Rams are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Here's Wolford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Wolford to throw. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. 2-2 Atwell. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum. and even more hope when they have to slog their way downfield. They got the touchdown, but it's almost like,
yeah,
you know,
Doesn't feel right.
exactly.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now Spiller. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Right back to Spiller on second down. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
Yes.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Here's Daniel. Open man for him. He's got him. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. We'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
I'm not touching him, sir. Stop walking up to him, sir. I'm walking my way, buddy. Get out of my way.
Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. Well, partner, it's just preseason, but it always feels good to be in victory formation, taking the knee for the W.
Yeah, I've often thought to myself when I watch these preseason games, some teams need the wins more than others. You know, if you're established and you're used to winning, not quite the same, but if you're trying to learn how to win, it's important to get it done. And to be able to kneel down at the end, even better.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level for both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business there. They were high flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did, and just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides.
The grill is set for direct searing, and the steaks were cooked for 1 minute per side, twice. On my slow and sear for amazing crust, and then pulled when they came up to temp. First up on the taste test was the garlic powder, which had a hint of garlic flavor, but wasn't bitter. Second was the minced garlic, and you could tell that the wet garlic reduced the sear and had more garlic flavor with a few super bitter burn.
I'm very glad that none of these opinions are actually accepted in academia and haven't been for over 70 years. Sent this here on Twitter.
Okay, so the notion that they haven't been accepted for over 70 years is a bizarre one, considering they were accepted until about 5 minutes ago. And the basic idea that male and female do not exist.
There actually are hermaphrodites. Hey, Dad, can my boyfriend come over? There actually are hermaphrodite human beings where they have both ovaries and testicles. And there are also
kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Charger offense makes its way out for the first time in this ball game, and leading the way, already a star in just his third season, it's Justin Herbert.
It hasn't taken Herbert long to earn this status as one of the league's best and most entertaining passers. He's locked and loaded on every snap, and the second he sees an opening, the ball's soaring downfield. You've got to be on your A game at all times against him. The second you slip up, he's liable to burn you.
Herbert going to go to the air right away. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 20-yard line.
Now it's Herbert. He's got it to Williams. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
On first down, it's Herbert. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. This is Tony Pollard. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Dak Prescott and Dallas taking the field for their first possession. Dak now in his 7th season in charge of the Cowboys. 2-time Pro Bowler.
And not only was it great to see Dak Prescott make his return in 2021, it was even better to see him playing the best ball of his career. He didn't lead Dallas to just a division title and its best record in 6 years. Dallas also led the league in yards and points, the first time it has led in both since 1971.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, he gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott now.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the 3rd down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that one. They knew where the first down marker was, and they decide whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the first down. Excellent tackling right there.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
play action. It's Herbert. He'll buy some time right, and he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. To throw again on second down. Herbert, throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Herbert jogs off, and out comes Dustin Hopkins to take this kick for L.A. on 4th down. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Trying to build on that opening drive touchdown, but the drive stalls out. And then you get the missed field goal here, so they wind up with nothing to show from drive number 2.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Steps away. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. He'll hand off here to Eckler. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Herbert. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. He finds his target. It's Schultz.
from just shy of midfield. Prescott over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They go to Elliott again. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A first down carry by Elliott. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play. They'll try to throw now. Prescott got his man there, complete to Gallup. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Now Elliott. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Elliott. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run. Making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Extra point up and good by Garibay. And we are tied at 7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
It's a gain of 9.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan?
Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up, loose football, and picked up by the Chargers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
The Chargers ready to take over. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Herbert on 1st down now. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Eckler. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Hopkins' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Pollard to return from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score.
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over. Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a 1st down.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. That'll be taken in there by James Washington.
Complete to James Washington. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 44, Prescott, and he'll get it right back to Washington. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Dallas.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Throwing, Prescott. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. Looking to throw, Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 30. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, they obviously red man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Brooke?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
From the 25 on second down. Prescott to the right side, incomplete to Washington. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
A gain of 7. First down, Cowboys.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. To throw is Prescott. That's caught again by Schultz. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Inside give to Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game, as his guys have now moved out in front. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Garibay on to attempt the point after. And that makes it 14-10. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Eckler now between the tackles. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Dallas offense set for this next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now it'll be 4th and short.
taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. First down, Prescott. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. To throw again on second down, Prescott. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Prescott to the sideline on 4th down. Jonathan Garibay is out there for the Dallas field goal. Garibay's kick is good.
And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Chargers getting set to go. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Herbert off of play action. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Dante Fowler just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out, because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Going deep here for Allen. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
The 71 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Elliott. They find some open field here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
Prescott down.
Swinging this out for Pollard. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 4.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. James Washington from 8 yards out. And the Cowboys go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs. So much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Well, the Chargers offense back out and ready to go. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Up the middle with Eckler. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They started on the ground with Eckler. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Even though they gave up more than they went into on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. He's got it to the 43 here. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now the 4th-round pick from A&M. This is Isaiah Spiller. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down at the Cowboys' 37.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Spiller. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Herbert. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Herbert, he's got out. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He's got it complete to Tolbert. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Garibay on for the extra point.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. Taking it about the 1. DeAndre Carter returning it. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert looking Austin Eckler's way again. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Brings up third down.
Herbert on third down now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On first down, Justin Herbert. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now with just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cowboys. And they've had all sorts of success thus far tonight throwing the football, as they're on pace to throw for 300-plus yards if things continue the way they've been going.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Dowdle going to take this one out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Rush to throw. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. The veteran Kyle Van Noy in there to drop him. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw is Rush. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Rush. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Jalen Tolbert. Incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight.
They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. The drive starts with a give to Spiller. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Throwing on second down, Daniel. Throw right side complete to Carter. So the completion good for 7 there. And now it's 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Now Daniel. On the screen, complete to Spiller. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Back to throw, Rush. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
The previous
And
play
now
is
following
under
that
review.
last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. They'll go option on second down, right side. And a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. So hold the phone here, Charles. I'm kind of waiting in the after that touchdown. Certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fields it right around the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Dallas offense set for this next drive. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You've got to take care of it, otherwise that lead could slip away quickly.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Here's Pollard again. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing here, Rush. And that is incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Daniel.
Welcome to my channel, guys.
It's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is second
I know
and
I've been
10.
pretty quiet through this game.
Now it's
Man,
Daniel.
this is terrible.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Yeah, this is
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here's J.K. Scott now.
So
as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
It's preseason.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now rush. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rush. Open man is Noah Brown. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
On 1st and 10, Rush. And his throw here's incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick slant to Brown. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Back to throw again. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. To throw again on 2nd down. Rush. Got a man. It's Brown.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off for big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They'll look to throw again. Now they go screen. It's complete. This carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They run here with Rico Dowdle.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. On 3rd down, Rush. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Garabay's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them.
I'm going to do everything I can to get back into this game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try to put points on the board.
The first down throw for Daniel. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter.
Well, my wife got it for me for my birthday.
They snap it to Daniel on 4. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter? Right. It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun. Rush. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jalen Tolbert, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up. And it
well, it's not going the way I want it.
Extra point up and good by Garibay. And the lead is now 24. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Possession switching back now to the Chargers. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 8.
Right back to Spiller on 2nd down. And he stopped immediately there. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
So now here in the 2nd week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters to play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
A curious decision to go for it, but
oh, yeah.
he's off with a first down. Here's Daniel. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
Now this throw caught left side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. On second down, Spiller looking for space. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there are going to take this to about the 10-yard line. And Daniel fakes the handoff. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now. It's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Chase Daniel sacked by Dorrance Armstrong. A loss of 7. It's 4th down.
On 4th down, Daniel. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Boy, what a job there. 4th down that far away from the end zone just to get it in, get that done.
An unlikely result, but it occurred nonetheless. But a terrific play. Great way to finish and in the end zone.
And the defense has to be scratching their heads, right?
That's usually to their advantage. In that situation, they should be able to make a play on the ball. But instead, it turned out to be a touchdown. And they've got to go figure it out on their sideline.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This one fielded at the 5.
Now a hit and a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line.
So a turnover there on the kickoff. And don't look now, but that just made things a little more interesting.
Very interesting, because when you're trailing in a game, these are mistakes that you pray for. You just went down and scored. Now you get the football right back with another great opportunity.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
They'll run here with Spiller.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2.
Alright, sorry about the wait, guys. My mama called.
Second and goal now.
Mom's coming for it, and she's not going to come up this way. That's okay.
Daniel. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Right now.
Now Daniel on 3rd and goal. And oh, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure you give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but a starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call the put-away drive, isn't it? They score. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he works his way forward to pick up.
Well, at least my defense is giving me every opportunity.
After the interception, here's Daniel. That's caught right side by Palmer. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Daniel. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Desperation time for Daniel on 4th. Open man, Parham. He's got him. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Here's Daniel. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Off play action. Daniel. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. 3rd and 2, Daniel. That's going to be caught. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Chargers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rear view, that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Well, time to get another look at this Cowboys offense. On 1st and 10, Daniel. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing under pressure again, and down he goes again. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
An 8-yard loss on the play.
3rd and long, it's Daniel. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Daniel going to throw. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
This one did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here we go on 4th. Daniel. Got a man. It's complete. It's Palmer. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They fake the give. Daniel. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. To the air again, Daniel. He's got it. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a 2nd player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turned it into a successful play.
Complete to Isaiah Spiller. A 2-yard gain. It's now 4th and goal.
They'll run for him with Spiller. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Isaiah Spiller taking it in from a yard out. And the Chargers are back within a score. Extra point good by Hopkins. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was Isaiah Spiller capping things off with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high score.